Hi everyone, a warm welcome to my colleagues and the respected faculties. Today I'm going to present on the topic called as McKinsey 7S framework. Fine, so let's start with the short PPT. Now coming to the definition part, what is McKinsey 7S model? It is basically a tool. It is basically a tool that analyzes firms' organizational design by looking at seven key internal elements, which is strategy, structure, systems, shared values, style, staff, and skills, in order to identify if they are effectively aligned and allow organization to achieve its objectives. Now, this is a particular framework structure, how it exactly looks. So, on the right hand side, guys, as you can see, there is strategy, structure, and system. Fine, which is basically we consider as an hard element, and other four, which is skills, shared values, style, and staff, we consider them as an soft elements. Fine. So let's see what exactly strategies all of the seven things in the particular framework define and what they exactly explain. So the dramatic representation of the seven independent elements are as above. Hard elements, hard elements. As I said earlier, it is strategy, structure, and system. And the soft elements are the shared values, skills, staff, and style. Now coming to the part of the strategy. Fine, guys. What does it exactly mean? This defines that this is your organization plan for building and maintaining a competitive advantage over its competitors. Here we generally discuss the strategies which will help our business to grow and scale up with the beautiful results. Fine. Now what is structure? Structure is basically a thing where we can say that how is your departments are and sub departments are interlinked with each other, and how they are integrated and how they coordinate with each other. So you can generally say that in the corporate world, we know that we have a predefined structure, that is who will report to whom. Now what is the system? System is generally that is a thing which a formal a system is a thing which normally a staff uses on their on daily basis for completing their given work in a given time frame. For example, if a particular person who is working in operations, they will require a PC, laptop, and the other application installed in the particular desktop or the laptop, and which is a resource, and it needs to be compulsorily inbuilt to start and to complete the given working time. Fine. Now what is shared value? These are the core values of the organization as shown in the corporate culture and general work ethics. Fine. Now they are called as subordinate goals when the model was first developed. Now in the shared values you will see the explicit on the implicit fundamental beliefs, concepts, and principles that underline the cultural of the organization. It will generally design, or it will generally gives us the culture, how the actually a company will work. Fine. Now coming to the skill part, what does it exactly say is the organization core competitives and distinct capabilities. Each and every person needs to be skilled in their particular areas. Fine. And with the skills, it will require all the resources which is very important, and it's need to be given to the particular person or a staff in order to get the work done in a particular time frame. What is staff right here? Staff is a style of leadership adopted. Sorry, the staff is the employees and their general capabilities. Fine, guys. So if we see something in staff, we will get to know that it's an organization in human resources, demographic, education, and attitudinal characteristics. Fine, it generally deals with all the HRMS things which is generally linked to a staff. Now, what is a style? Style is typically behavior of the pattern of the key groups such as managers and other professionals, and how they correlate with each other. Fine. Now, to elaborate each and every point differently, fine, and to use this McKinsey 7S framework in day-to-day life, we need some questions to be prepared and a checklist to be prepared to use the same. To adopt any of the businesses, we need to ask some questions on each and every attribute which has been mentioned in McKinsey 7S framework, right? Now, when we see the strategy part, we can ask ourselves while setting any business that what will be a strategy, okay? How do we intend to achieve our objectives? Then, how do we deal with competitive pressures? How are the changes in the customer demands dealt with? And the lastly, we can use the question called as how is strategy adjusted for environmental issues, which is basically a very important point from environmental scenario. Fine. Fine. Now, if we see the structural part, fine, guys. Now, if we see the structure part, we can ask some questions such as like how is the company or the team divided into? What are the subgroups formed? How is the hierarchy of the particular thing? How does the various department integrate and correlate with each other? How do the team members organize and align themselves? The decision making is decision making, and controlling centralized or decentralized. Is this as it will be given what we are doing? What are the lines of communication, explicit or implicit? So, moving forward in the system, we can ask some questions like what are the main systems that run in the organization? Fine. If we consider a particular department called as the material planning department or the production planning, SAP will be an important program or an application or a software, you can say, which needs to be used to file each and every inventory, stocks and invoices. Fine. If you see the HR part, we can use the ERP model and as well as the HRMS model to get the things of the HR department done very quickly and very easily. Fine. So for the question, what we can ask in systems are what are the controls and how they are monitored and evaluated? What internal rules and processes does the team use to keep on track on all this stuff which we need to do on daily basis? Fine. Now coming to the soft elements, we have first is the shared values. Now we can ask ourselves that what are the core values, fine, of a particular company? What is the vision and the mission of the particular company? What is the corporate and team culture going on? Is it good for the employees who are working in the company or not? How strong are the values? Are they really efficient or they need to be changed and they need to be focused and adjusted somewhere? Further, we can ask us what are the fundamental values that a company and a team was built on? Is it really a team doing a same thing which it needs to be done, and we have to see that each and every team on each and every department which has been set up in the company do its work in a particular time limit and considering all the ethical values. Fine. And we need to see the agenda behind setting any of the team. There is the goal and the objective of particular team and which needs to be achieved in certain time frame. Fine. Now coming for the skills. we can ask ourselves, what are the strongest skills represented within the company team? What are the prerequisites required by a particular staff or a skilled person to join a company? Is there any skill gap? We can ask a particular managers that is there any skill gap we are seeing into a particular company. If yes, then what are the skill gaps, and what are the types of the candidates which we need to recruit or to fill that particular skill gap, or any of the demos or any of the particular practices or lectures needs to be conducted to fill that particular skill set or skill gap in the company. Fine. So we have to think on this attribute as well. So it can be dealt with the learning and developing department. So mainly in many corporate industries we have a learning and development department which gives us a training on each and every products which is newly launched and which is going on very well in the particular market. Fine. Other thing what we can ask in skills is, what is the company or team known for doing well? Fine. Each and every team and each and every team member has its own particular skill set which they are professional in. Fine. If someone is good with handiworks of on internet, yes, he has the skills of doing that particular thing in a very beautiful manner, right? Each and every person is not same. If we compare if we take two persons, fine, and if we give them a particular task, this for example I give a task such as give me some descriptions and the benefits of particular product. So the person who is aware about all the online platforms and using the computer, how to use the internet, what is the search engine needs to be done, what are the websites needs to be visited to extract the particular information. So the person who is well versed with all this thing will surely lead into a particular given goal. Fine. So it's not it needs to be reflected in a particular system that what are the skill set each and every person and a team member has, and according to that we have to assign the particular work to him. Because if we assign a work which is not been done or which is not been previously done by that candidate, it there might be two things: it will completely a failure, or secondly he will complete the same thing but he will take some extra time to do the same. Fine. So skill sets are important aspects of each and every team member, and needs to be reflected with each and every team managers and the company organization structure. Fine. Now what is the staff? If we see that staff is a particularly a basic resource of any company, right? It starts with the labor class, then we have a sub middle management, higher management level people, and then comes the CEO under the board of director people, right? But we need to think of each and every ground level staff as well while looking into a company portfolio. If we want a company to get into a very competitive uh, stage, we need to train our labor class people with the required skill set. Fine. We need to think of the staff, what are the qualities and what are the basic needs of the particular staff, which will help them to get the work done in a particular time frame. Fine. And what is the style? Now if we look on the style attribute, we can ask the questions such as like how participative is the management and the leadership style. Fine. How if it is that leadership, the particular leader who is leading a particular team is effective? If yes, then what are the things you find in him that are giving effective approach to a particular work? Fine. And if it not, then what are the works need to be adjusted and corrected to get the work aligned on the particular path? Okay. We can ask one question, that is, do employees or the team members tend to be competitive or cooperative? Because team bonding and team needs to be very cooperative. Fine. Without team bonding and with team cooperation, nothing is possible in this corporate or any of the particular organization. So the style and the behavior of the particular staff with the higher person or the hierarchy person is very much important. Fine. Now, if you look at the objective, what are the objectives of McKinsey 7S framework? It, it is generally used to improve the performance of a company, as I earlier said. Fine. What it will do? It will examine the likely effects of the future chances with the company. Fine. It will align departments and processes during a merger or an acquisition. We have seen many companies in past days that they have merged or they have come into a place and integrated on all the platforms. If I take one example, there is IDFC First Bank, which has been merged with IDFC Bank in 2018. Fine. Then we can take an example of Union Bank, which is been integrated with Cooperative and Andhra Bank. So many of the POCs are also getting integrated to get a particular work done in a particular time frame and in a fruitful manner. Fine. Now the last and the last objective of McKinsey 7 firm is to determine how the best determine how best to implement a proposed strategy. Fine. It will determine how best we can implement the strategy to get our company scaled up to a good competitive edge, and and what are the things and what are the strategies which can be used to see the company in much profitable phase. Fine. So thank you guys. I hope you like the presentation. See you soon in the next presentation. Thanks a lot.